It's just something about that jazz, isn't it? Just something about that jazz. You just be so sexy. Something about that jazz. My name is Makeba Williams, and I'm coming from beautiful Atlanta. Welcome to my vlog channel. Welcome. It's just so sexy, you know what I mean? See, blues make you think. You know, you can go deep into your thoughts, but jazz just make you feel just sexy. You know what I mean? Yes. I know you've seen the title. Yes, I know you've seen the title. How Wealthy Women Live. I have a surprise for you all. This is not necessarily just going to be me sitting here. I'm also going to show you something. Show you something spectacular, life-changing. Show you something that's life-changing, transformational, remarkable, and miraculous. I'm sorry, it's just something about that nice jazz. You know what I mean? Make you want to put on a beautiful dress, drink you some wine. Yes, ladies. I'm talking to the ladies. You know what I mean? You walk in that room and all eyes on you, that one man. that one man. So the conversation is how wealthy women live. Yes, let's talk about it, ladies. Yes, how wealthy women live. How wealthy women live. You know, we're in a time where wealth have so many different meanings now. You know, in the past, it was exclusive to a certain type of person or a group of people. But I kind of want to talk about this, about how wealthy women live today. You know, what do they look like? How do they dress? Where do they go? How do they go about their productive day? Asking these questions first. The first one is, what type of woman is wealthy? I want you to think about that. What type of woman is wealthy? Number two, basically, how did she obtain her wealth? How did she obtain it? How did she get her wealth? Third question, have you truly studied a wealthy woman or women? Have you studied them with respect and integrity? You know, I don't mean study and disrespect boundaries, you know. I'm talking about with respect and integrity. And have you had the opportunity to spend quality time with a wealthy woman or women? Because today, let's be honest and transparent. Everybody's talking about wealth. If it's not six figures, it's rich, and if it's not rich, it's wealth. And you don't find too many young children coming out the womb saying, I want to be wealthy. No. As they progress through their tweens and teens, they begin to identify what they like, what they desire. You know, they may say, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a lawyer, a doctor, an athlete, an astronaut. They grow with all these visions. They're visionaries. But typically, they don't necessarily say they want to be wealthy. No, it's not often. They hone in on something particular. Now, unless they were born into wealth, if they were born into wealth, of course, you know, they may say, I want to be like my parents. And they may have a trust fund waiting on them. And everything around them is wealthy. We're not talking about them, but they are definitely welcome. Welcome to be a part of this narrative, this conversation. So I want you to think about it. And I'm going to ask these questions again because these are very, very good questions. And I am noticing that we're definitely starting to speak, and we're definitely starting to visualize, speak it into existence, manifest it. But the question, the title of the video is How Wealthy Women Live. And we're going to get to that. But before we get to that, I'm going to ask these questions again. These are very, very important questions. What type of woman is wealthy? How did she obtain her wealth? Have you truly studied a wealthy woman with integrity and values? And have you had the opportunity to spend quality time with a wealthy woman or women? So let's start with what type of woman is wealthy. What do you see today? Now let's be honest. Typical wealthy woman is reserved. Now, the ones that we may see in the forefront, that would be, of course, on television, movies, magazines. You know what I mean? We're not talking about the obvious, because the truth is, it's a lot of wealthy women walking around here, and you may not know who she is because she's not in the forefront. She's very reserved. So, and if you do have the privilege or honor to meet her, it's typically going to be philanthropic work. I want you to think about this, ladies. It's going to be philanthropic work. And if she does have social media, she has a team operating her social media. She may get on there sometimes, running her household, taking care of her beautiful family, her children. She's going to typically be very busy, or helping her husband, empire. Now, she's on the other side, a little bit more like a social butterfly. You may have the privilege to know her because she's in the forefront. She's an influencer. Nothing wrong with that. But what about her wealth attract you to it? I want you to really marinate and ponder. I want you to really marinate on what I'm saying. What about her wealth attract you to it? Do you get to know who she is, her meaning, her purpose, and her vision? And why this has become a question for me is because I don't want to say what I'm about to say just yet, because there is content that I need to share before I explain why and when I discovered wealth for me, why it's important for me. Coming up, I did not say I wanted to be wealthy. When I was coming up, my tweens, my teens, my years in college, working for the government, I always said that I wanted to make a difference. And honestly, I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how I was going to make millions at that time. No, I absolutely would be lying if I told you, because looking back at my timeline, there was a point I wanted to become an anchor woman. There was a point I wanted to work on Wall Street. There was a point I wanted to work for the United Nations. I mean, think about it. Wall Street could have made me wealthy, yes. Becoming an anchor woman would have made me popular, and yes, I would have created some wealth. But the wealth that I have discovered that I need to move the masses, I wasn't thinking like that earlier on. I was not. I was just thinking it was significant that I made a difference, that I made a true difference. And it had nothing whatsoever to do with the number, because I hadn't connected it just yet. I didn't realize I needed a substantial amount of wealth to do what I needed to do. But back to the questions, okay? Because I want you to really ponder on what I want you to really critically think. I want you to go deep. This This is a soul conversation in your soul, your spirit. It's not a shallow conversation. It's not. This is a conversation. Whoever's supposed to get this message, it's for you. Because I know right now in my life, this is what I'm experiencing. Wealth to me is not defined as probably 20 years ago how I may have considered it. No. But back to the questions. So the first question was, what type of woman is wealthy? Do we honestly know what type of woman is wealthy? I just want you to think about that. I want you to really think about this question. See, I don't want to give the answers just yet, because there's another part to this that will begin to unfold where I'm going with this narrative. So I want you to critically think, who is she? How did she obtain her wealth? How did she? How did she obtain this wealth? Was she a trust fund baby? Did she marry into wealth? Did she hit the lottery? Did she start from the foundation grassroots? Did she start from scratch 20, 30 years ago? I want you to think about this. How did she sustain the wealth? Because also it's a difference between obtaining wealth and keeping wealth, right? Keep doing this. And then, if she was a trust fund baby, what's the legacy behind it? Who is behind the legacy? I want you to think about it. What's that last name? Was it a product? Was it a service? Was it a man that she married? How did she obtain that wealth? Next, have you truly studied wealthy women? How could one study wealthy women without invading privacy? How could one study a wealthy woman without invading her privacy? Without disrespecting her? You understand what I'm saying? And have you had the opportunity to spend quality time? You know, we go to events. We may have the privilege. Someone may be there as a feature. I made 6 figures. I made 2-3 million, right? I want you to think about it. And that is a grateful thing to experience. But how often are you in the room with billionaires or wealthy people? And the next question is, what is wealth? What is the difference between, and we know the numbers, we know obvious, we're educated, we're smart, right? Makeba Williams' audience, we are very brilliant, smart, strategic, critical thinkers, masterminds, right? That's what I attract. Remember, you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. So I know you're extremely smart and you are a mastermind, because it's definitely one. So let's look at it like this. You have 6 figures earners, you have the rich, and then you have the wealthy. From a spiritual perspective, I want you to think about this. A spiritual perspective, we look at rich as money. We look at wealth as abundance. That means all areas, spiritual, mental, emotionally, financially, prosperity is upon you. Rich is just some numbers and some money. But wealth is where you want to be. It's bigger than just saying you're rich. I've never defined myself or never desired to be rich. I just never have. I've never been the woman to say I want to be rich. But it was something about wealth, a point in my life where I said I must be wealthy. And it's the reason I'm going somewhere with this. So when I say what type of woman is wealthy, let's talk about it. Character. What is her character? What is her spirituality, her creativity, her compassion, her family, her community? All of this collectively contributes to that wealth. I'm going to say it again. Her character. Is she loving? Is she kind? Is she forgiving? You got to have forgiveness in your heart and love, unconditional love. Or is she something else? What is her spirituality? I didn't say religion. Spirituality. What is it? Her soul. What she truly practiced and believe in. What is her creativity? That would be the skills, the gifts and the talents, the skill set. How many degrees she have? Does she have any certifications? Does she have talent? You get what I mean? Can she go in and create something nobody else has created? Does she make I don't know. Next, compassion. How much love does she have for others? I want you to think about it. How much love? Because what you must understand is what you are attracted to, that's who you are. And I've said that. It's not what you want. You can want anything and everything, but it's who you are within. Family. What kind of family? Is she the woman that wants and desires family? And it doesn't matter if she came from a broken family. She seeks to build her a family. Community. Does she give back? Giving back are moments are not, giving back does not exclusively, it's not isolated or exclusively to money. It can be your time. It can be gratitude. It can be a smile, right? Ultimately, her wealth will define her brand. I'm going to say it again. Her wealth will define her brand. Now, that doesn't mean you can't reintroduce yourself. That doesn't mean you can't upgrade, right? But your wealth will define your brand. So if you're the type of woman, you know, you love elegance, that's your brand. If you're a little bit on the risky side, that's your brand. And you must understand where the wealth is the brand. So if she's on the risky side, and that's who you are, and that's what you support, be risky. Just remember now, remember, I don't know how far the risk gonna go. You can only make that decision. You can only make the decision depending on how far the risk is. And if she's a little bit more elegant, sophisticated, you obviously know what you're getting. So the question that I have for you, what made you want to become wealthy? Why is it important to become wealthy? And who influenced you or motivated you to want to become wealthy? Because I want you to think about this. This is serious. It's not often. You do have some who are like in the 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th, 7th grade. They're not walking around here saying, I want to be wealthy. They're walking around here saying, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a singer. I want to be a dancer. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a psychiatrist. I want to work for NASA. I want to work for the CDC. I want to work for the... Do you get what I'm saying? I want to be a police officer. It's anything you can think of that requires work. A 9 to 5 is typically what they're talking about. You rarely hear a child say they want to be wealthy. Rarely hear a child or a tween or teenager say, I just want to be wealthy, unless they've been exposed to it. They identify more so with jobs, careers, right? So at what point in your life you woke up one day and you said, I don't want 6 figures. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. At what point in your life you woke up and you said, I don't want six figures. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. Because there is a major difference. I want you to really critically marinate, ponder, just sit and close your eyes and think about what I am saying, ladies, gentlemen, and Judies. At what point in your life you said, I don't want six figures, I don't want to be rich, I want to be wealthy? And with me, I didn't realize this. I'm going to tell you all it's coming until a certain point in my life. Because originally I was looking at becoming, like I said, either a therapist, I was going to have a private practice. I went through the phase of saying, I want to work on Wall Street. I went through a phase that I want to work at the White House. I've always wanted something distinguished. I've always known I was going to do something distinguished, something rare. You know, I was going to have something prestigious to do every day. If I had anything to do with it, it was going to be prestigious, okay? I was going to do, yes, I was going to be with the executives, the board members, something to do with some decision making, because I believe in decision making. I'm going to be a part of the conversation. The rules, the regulations, or whatever. I knew I was going to make a difference, but I didn't know how at that time, how it was going to happen, but I knew why it's supposed to happen. I always focus on why I'm doing it, and that was to make a difference. So I want you all to think about this. When you begin in your life to say, I want to be wealthy, what did you see or what influenced you to say you want to be wealthy? Because as I said before, let's go back to the beginning, ladies. What type of woman is wealthy? How did she obtain her wealth? Have you truly studied wealthy women with integrity and values? And have you had the privilege, honor, or an opportunity to spend time with the wealthy woman? So what influenced you to say you want to be wealthy? Because if you think about it, if it was materialistic items, honestly, you don't have to be wealthy unless you're looking at a yacht, or you're looking at a jet, or you're looking at having a $1 million building. You know what I mean? So I understand that. You may want to be rich, or you may want to make six figures. Okay? So one must ask themselves, what did you see and or what influenced you to say, I want wealth? And I'm not talking about rich. I'm not talking about six figures. I'm talking about wealthy. We're talking about possibly 100 million, 200 million. We're talking about serious money. And I'm talking about money that can move the masses, okay? All right. Because wealthy is different than saying I need money to pay bills. Wealthy is different than just saying I need to pay for college. I need to pay for vacation. I need to pay for my car note. I need to pay my rent. I need to... Come on. Wealthy is different than that. That's a different conversation. Wealthy comes with payroll, responsible. We're talking about people involved. Wealthy is not materialistic items. That's a small portion of it. Wealthy is just not paying bills. That's a small portion of it. And then we're talking about wealth that has to continue to grow. So again, I want to ask you all, at what point in your life you said you want to be wealthy? So I'm going to use this for an example. If you have someone who's impoverished, who's disenfranchised, marginalized, and as some would say, poor, unfortunately. honestly, they're not walking around here saying they want to be wealthy. They are saying they just want to do better. They're not saying they want to be wealthy. They're saying they just want to be able to pay their bills. A lot of them are not saying they want to be wealthy. They're just saying, I just want to do better. I want to get out of the position I'm in. They want to get out of their current situation. They're not saying they want to be wealthy. They're not. Not all of them. The next question is, what is your ministry? How do you supposed to serve? And most importantly, what is your life assignment? Because honestly, that will definitely help you with the wealth. That will help you theorize, strategize, all of that. You begin to find the questions that you are seeking. And that is, what is your ministry? How do you supposed to serve? And most importantly, what is your life assignment? Who is your wealthy woman avatar? Do you have any? And that goes back to me saying, have you had the privilege, honor, or opportunity to hang with to be around someone who's wealthy, who can pour into you, who can give you some golden nuggets? How beautiful that would be, right? Are we really becoming the wealthy woman we visualized? Are we really becoming the wealthy woman we visualize? Because some would say, they went through this phase online, and I don't know if it still exists, with the high value man and the high value woman. And they were saying the difference with high value, there's a difference when you say high value earner versus high value man, because a high value man is going to have character. A high value earner can be mean. He can be mean spirited. It was never about the money per se. It was about the character. No different than women, right? The same process is for a woman. You can have a woman who is a high value woman. She's going to have character. But then you have a high value earner who is a woman, and she can be mean spirited. Very. Women desire to be married. What do you visualize them? How do you visualize yourself being married? Are you becoming that? Are you really becoming a wife? Or are you really becoming a woman of wealth? And see, some may say it's difficult to come in contact with a woman of wealth. I would agree. They're not just walking around here advertising. Nobody's not putting on their forehead, I'm worth $25 million, I'm worth $100 million. Actually, that's very dangerous. And nobody owes you. But if you must learn, there is a way to learn this. There is a way to learn this in your home, safely, with integrity and values. So if you want to become that wealthy woman that we all, most of us probably desire, I'm going to show you how to start doing it. But first, I want to tell you all what I discovered. I must be wealthy. And I was shocked when I discovered this. I was actually crying when I discovered this, because I said to myself, if I could have had somebody, just somebody to sit me down. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I was boo-hoo crying when I discovered this. So if I could have somebody just to sit me down when I was younger to explain this process, I'd be much further than where I am. When I discovered the kind of philanthropist I want to become, I have to be wealthy. I say the kind of philanthropist I want to become. More than 10% of the church. More than my name being on the page at a gala. The kind, and see, some would say, well, until then. We know until then because I'm a social worker. So of course I've been practicing this. I've been practicing this for a long time. So I clearly understand when it comes to social work. Social workers, we're givers. We are loving people and we make a difference. We care. We care. I'm a social worker. So I understand social workers are loving people. We make a difference. That's what we do. But what I'm saying is, it was bigger than social work. When I discovered this, I was pursuing my master's in social work. This is after Spelman College. And I said, the kind of philanthropist I want to become, I must become wealthy. And I didn't spend a whole lot of time questioning God, and I didn't spend a whole lot of time saying how. I said, let the work and let the challenge begin. And I think that's why a lot of me is changing. I think I had to go through some things. I had to go through some things, right? To understand the difference between six figures, rich and wealthy, to do what I have been called to do. This is part of my life assignment. We can run from it, we can ignore it, we can act like it doesn't exist. But when you are called to do certain things, it's gonna pull on you. You can run all you want to. You can, ladies, you can run all you want to, but that thing is gonna be in your gut, your soul, and you cannot ignore it. And I know I am destined to make a difference. I know I am. That's why a lot of things that I once upon a time desired, I don't even want anymore. I'm good. A lot of things I want to experience, I'm good. Because where God is taking me, where I'm going, is to make a difference. And that's what wealth is. That's what wealth means to me. And it's always been there. I just had to go through some stuff. I just wish people that know this would have spent a little bit more time with me and poured into my soul and explained the process. But back to the original question. The original question is how wealthy women live. Now I can put this down and we can focus on. I can put this down and we can focus on how wealthy women live. Now, as I said before, you may have a woman that's wealthy and she's reserved. You won't know much of anything. You may have a wealthy woman that's a social butterfly. You may know some things. You may have a wealthy woman and she's flamboyant. You may know more things. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. You may have wealthy women and she's reserved. You know nothing. You know she's just probably written some books. She's probably doing major philanthropic work. You probably will never ever see her. Then you have some wealthy women, right? And they're a little social butterfly. They may have a social media account, you know. They may show you a little car, they on vacation on the boat or whatever. You may get some of that fun stuff. Oh yeah, you may get some of that little, she on a little boat, she in Dubai, you know what I mean? She's with her boo thing, how you always say. You may get a little, and then she may be known, she may be an influencer. You may know her, but she's not gonna give you everything. And then you may know something that's very flamboyant. Every time you turn around, you're like, oh, I know how she gets her money. I know what she does for a living. She clearly wants you to know that, but you still don't know everything. No, you don't know everything. You know enough, but you can identify she is wealthy. Now, to learn the habits of these women, I want you to understand where I'm going. This is very critical in today's time. To learn these habits, these are good quality habits. The number one thing, if this woman if she's not a trust fund baby, if she didn't necessarily marry into wealth, but I'm gonna tell you now, they still end up doing this habit. They've done it since the beginning of time. And I know you all are like wanting to know what it really is. What is it, Makeba? I'm gonna show you. Because there is no limitation to how much you can have access. There is no holding back to what you can discover. There is no, once you figure out what I'm talking about, you can begin to work on this woman that you visualize to become. Because like I said before, wealth defines the brand. I'm going to say it again. Wealth defines the brand, because you're talking about character. You're talking about compassion, creativity, family, community. All of that will define. All of that will define that wealth, and that wealth will define that brand. So you identify her based on that brand, because all of those ingredients will develop. That wealth is gonna come out. It's gonna show. She has character. That's kind of wealth you're gonna see. Okay. So you want to learn how these women move, how they navigate, how they make these business decisions, all of that. Now you could go on and go to these business boss events. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Hey, I went to Spelman for undergrad. We understand boss business events. Okay? We get that. We get it, but it goes a little deeper than that. You can't learn in 1 hour. No, you can't. That's just the surface, ladies. You can't go to no boss event and learn in an hour. These ladies have, and if you got somebody there that's a millionaire, we're talking about work, effort, time, commitment, dedication. She can only give you so many golden nuggets. You don't have to stop there. There's another way to do this, another beautiful way to do this. And you can have so much more success, and you'll be surprised what you discover about yourself. So I'm going to share with you what I have been working on for quite some time, and I don't plan on stopping. And a lot of people don't talk about this. Oh, they don't talk about it too much. And if they do, it's either going to be a story. It's not necessarily going to be steps. It's not necessarily going to be, this is what happened to me. It's going to either sometimes be gossip, or it's going to be shame, embarrassment. But around the corner, there is healing and breakthrough. So we don't want to dismiss or resist that particular, what I'm talking about, what I'm about to show you. So I'm excited to show you what I have been working on. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy to know that this is something that I was given. You know what I mean? That I'm attracted to. Because these things are helping me become the woman that I know I'm supposed to be. And I'm becoming that philanthropist. I'm getting there with grace, ease, and flow. But I'm going to show you what you can begin to invest in, and it doesn't cost that much money. So you can begin to put yourself in a position to learn more and to see how these wealthy women are becoming wealthy, how they're sustaining their wealth, and how they're doing it with integrity and so much values. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Let me show you. So I shared some very good information about how a wealthy woman lives. And some of the things that I talked about is so significant because it's going to help you. What I was talking about earlier is going to really help you. Now, what I'm about to share, I want you to take this serious. You know what I mean? This is something that's coming from the heart, right? So I want you to understand that what I'm about to share with you, you have to take the responsibility to say it can change your life. Because honestly, it's really not talked about. We don't talk about what I'm about to share. We really don't. You know, we've replaced this with other things in life that you may feel that's more desirable, but the answers are there. And this ought to tell you something. Why people are not talking about this. You want to ask yourself this important question. I gave you a lot of questions to ponder on. Why people are not talking about this particular subject. And this is something that has been such a blessing to me. Some of the things that I have found, I'm just so in gratitude, so happy and blessed to know that I have access to this information. And what I am talking about when it comes to how wealthy women live, one of the most important things wealthy women do is read. Yes, ladies. And I know you're probably like, read? I'm talking about they read. Not all are just reading novels, right? They're actually reading self-development, personal development, anything that's going to take their life to the next level. And it goes back to, if they are not like trust fund babies, if they didn't marry into it. Because see, what happens is, once you become a part of the circle of the wealth, you begin to adopt those ways. You may be introduced to something new. You may marry into wealth, and now you're hanging with the sisters, aunts, the parents, the friends, and you may be part of a book club. You see what I'm saying? Or you may win the lottery, and the next thing you know, you go to an event and they're talking about books. You can't get away from it. Books are not just exclusively to just college. And it's not when you get sick so you need to go Google or read something about it. I feel it is a part of who we are, and we should constantly focus on reading. And a lot of hidden treasures are in books. So if you want to know about becoming wealthy, I gotta tell you, you need to start reading. And like I said before, you can go to all the beautiful boss chick events, put your beautiful outfit on, and get that hour worth of training, possibly even 3 days worth of training. But guess what? It's even more powerful to go and invest into some books and constantly feed your soul and your intelligence and your creativity. So I spend time at Goodwill. I don't always frequent Barnes and Nobles, and I'm so grateful for the men and the women, even the corporations, who donate books, because it makes a difference. I will begin to do the same thing. Oh yes, because I believe in each one teach one. I believe in it. And you ought to ask yourself again, why people are not talking about books? You got to go through a divorce to write a book? You got to get sick to write a book? No, it shouldn't have to be that way. It should also be on a positive note, on a happier note. It doesn't always have to be bad or a scandal. You understand what I'm saying? It does not have to always be about a scandal or something negative. It can be about something positive. So I'm going to share some of the books that I got. I'm going to do a book haul from Goodwill. And I want to thank Goodwill because they put people to work. I so enjoy going inside of Goodwill looking for antique, crystal, china, furniture, even some clothes, honey. Yes, even some clothes. I found some couture. I found Christian Dior, Dolce & Gabbana, Prada. Oh, I found all kinds of stuff at Goodwill. But today is not about that. Today is about wisdom, knowledge, that intelligence, those hidden codes, those hidden words, those hidden messages that you may not find anywhere else. So I have about 6 bags worth of books. Could you believe that? Oh, I get it in, ladies. I don't, like y'all do makeup, I do books, honey. It's like buying lashes. Let me show you the first one that I purchased, and this comes from Goodwill. You're gonna have a color right here, okay? This is called Dave Barry's Money Secrets. Like, why is there a giant eyeball on the dollar? And this book was originally $24.95, right? And of course, let me read you all some of the table of contents. How much?
Hardback's $3.
And how much are soft bags?
$2.
Okay. So a hardback, as my assistant just reported, is $3. This book was $3, okay? And the table of contents And now y'all should understand why I like BET Plus, because it's only one channel. Everything is right there, so it don't mess up my book reading. I love me some BET Plus. So when I'm not reading, I get a little bit of fulfillment watching BET Plus. You know, I'm still in the know. Okay, so in terms of the table of contents, how money works, how the U.S. economy works, managing your personal finances, how the corporate world works, how to get a job, ethical guidelines for corporate CEOs. You get what I'm saying. This was originally $24.95 and $3. You want to know about money? Good example, right? Let's move on to some more treasure. Okay, next book. Beautiful picture of a sister. Beautiful picture. Her name is Brooke M. Stevens, author of Talking Dollars and Making Sense. This book is called Wealth Happens One Day at a Time. Now, as I asked you all before, ladies, who have you been in a room with that's wealthy? Okay. Sometimes you don't have to go to a room. You can just go get a book and be in a room. And sit down with your latte, your matcha, your wine, whatever you feel. Get you a good book and begin to read. 365 Days to a Brighter Financial Future. Okay, let's read. In this book, the table of contents, Part 1, Wealth Consciousness. Part 2, Wealth Foundation. Part 3, Wealth Creation. Part 4, Wealth Protection. And it goes on. We're talking about wealthy, right? Okay. Softback, $2. $2. $2, ladies and gentlemen. And Judy's. Love you too. Next. This is beautiful. The 1 Minute Millionaire. The Enlightened Way to Wealth by Mark Victor Hansen and Robert G. Allen. Co-author of The Chicken Soup of the Soul. Again, this book goes for $19.95. This is $3. I'm so grateful. And as I said before, I asked you some questions. Remember the questions I asked you, right? So let's go over the table of contents, just a few. I'm not going to read them all. Okay, so their table of contents: the millionaire, ahas, leverage, mentors, teams, network, infinite network, skills and tools, systems, real estate, business. This is what wealthy women doing. Besides, you know, they may have a masseuse come to their home. They may have a florist. They may sit and go to board meetings, but on their downtime, when it's a little late, after they've had a nice salad or steak, caviar, or whatever it is, they're in the corner doing this. They're reading. They're reading. And they're reading to a point where they're pouring more into themselves. Because wealthy women, $3, they may attend an event, right? But they typically do annual events. They don't go to a whole lot of events. But when they go to one, oh, it's powerful. It's worth it. Okay? Next. Oh, how about this one? Think and Grow Rich. All of this came from Goodwill. Again, I want to say thank you to Goodwill. This is not a sponsor. I'm not a brand ambassador. I just happen to love Goodwill. They put people to work, and it's like therapeutic for me. I go in there, I take my time, and I find treasures. Goodwill never disappoint me. Never disappoint me. I absolutely love me some Goodwill. But look at this. Think and Grow Rich. We're talking about there's a difference between six figures, rich, and wealth. In this space, we're pouring in, we're praying, we're manifesting, we're working on action plans that promote and produce wealth, right? Okay? Right here, Napoleon Hill. Everybody knows about this book. It's the paperback. $2. Let's keep on going. I'm getting excited. Y'all excited? This is so beautiful, isn't it? The 10 Pillars of Wealth. Mindsets of the world's richest people. Mindset. And that goes back to, let me pull up some of the questions, ladies and gentlemen and Judies. The original questions were, what type of woman is wealthy? Basically, how did she obtain her wealth? Have you truly studied a wealthy woman with integrity and values? That means don't disrespect her she has boundaries, keep space, don't disrespect her privacy. And have you had the opportunity, the privilege or honor to spend quality time with a wealthy woman? And some of you all may say, it would be nice to meet somebody wealthy. You don't have to keep waiting to meet somebody wealthy. There goes some mine, honey, the mines. It's right here. The beauty about this, like I said, you can set you up a little reading area in your home, because this is what wealthy women are doing. Let me tell you about a wealthy woman now. She want to be in the know. She's always going to be in a distance, like be on the side, and she observes everything. And don't think she ain't reading. Oh, she reading. So let me read some of the table of contents for the Pillars of Wealth. Pillar 1, rejecting getting rich slow. Pillar 2, separating time from money. Pillar 3, accepting that you must be better than everyone else. Come on, ladies, come on. Know what time it is. It's no telling how much you can get out of this. Just this one book. $2 at Goodwill. So this one, table of contents, they didn't necessarily give those because it's affirmations, and it's a lot of them. $2. Okay. My assistant, she's going to help me. Very kind. I appreciate that. Cracking the Millionaire Code. Cracking the Millionaire Code. Your Key to Enlightened Wealth. By Mark Victor Hansen and Robert G. Allen. I want y'all to think about it. This book, $23. I purchased this book for $3. Do the math. And it's talking about cracking the Millionaire Code. Now, I gotta tell you now, when you go into Goodwill, you don't know what you're gonna get. I just happen to attract who I am. There's a difference. You may want to go in there and get all the millionaire books, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's gonna happen. I always attract who I am. I promise you I do. So I just happened to see these books. I went through all of them, took my time, and I enjoyed myself. It's like therapy. It's like therapy, ladies and gentlemen, Judy. It's like therapy. So you want to learn about wealth, one must begin to read. Okay? Are y'all ready to go continue on this process? All right? Next, the healing power of garlic, vinegar, and olive oil. Now you know a wealthy woman will pick this up because she wants to have health, not just wealth. You know how they say health is wealth? Oh, she'll definitely read something like this. And let me tell you another thing. If she's not reading something like this, she has a nutritionist. She's going to have some very smart people around her. And some of them may not have gone to the most prestigious colleges. Some may not have gone to Harvard, Yale, Spelman, of course. I know I'm being extra. I'm just saying, they may not have attended some of the most influential, most hard to get in schools in the world, okay? But she's smart enough to say, get Henry on the phone, the nutritionist, so he can teach me about this garlic, this vinegar, and this olive oil, okay? And I'm going through this becoming plant-based, so I had to pick this up. Most of these books I'm intrigued by, either because I'm learning it. I'm intrigued by these books because either I'm learning this information or I felt it's something that I just should have. This book, powerful. Table of contents: garlic gifts, garlic a culinary delight, versatile, vinegar's rewards, vinegar in the kitchen, olive oil's healing secrets. Come on, ladies. Do you see what I'm saying? This is what she's reading. Now, she's not going to always read business books, right? She's going to talk about, she want to have discussions about her health. Because if you're not healthy, it's kind of hard to be wealthy and sustain it. You want to have health, a healthy kingdom. And when I say healthy kingdom, I'm talking about your body. Okay, let's move on. The Coconut Oil Miracle. I just so absolutely love the title of this book. And let me tell y'all, when I saw this book, let me show y'all what I went and purchased. Okay. So the title says The Coconut Oil Miracle. I went right to the farmer's market and got me some coconuts. Now, I was getting coconuts before that, but this book just said, oh, I need to go get me some coconuts. But I need to invest into a coconut opener, honey, because this can be an experience. This right here can be an experience. And I went and purchased two. I said, I'm going to, start doing more coconuts. Forward to reading this book. Oh, by Bruce Fifey. I'm so looking forward to reading this book, The Coconut Miracle. And I'm just so excited. The truth about coconut oil, understanding fats. Okay, a new weapon against heart disease. Natural marvelous germ fighter. Eat fat, lose weight. Beautiful skin and hair. I'm so looking forward to reading this book, The Coconut Oil Miracle. This is what, come on, you all. So, you don't have to necessarily just wait to meet this woman, this avatar. You can begin right now in your life reading. Oh, the plant-based diet for beginners. I told you I'm in the process of eating healthier, making salads every day. I have a video on my million dollar salad. I have a video on that. Go check it out. Love me some salads. I love me some salads, okay? So plant-based, this was very important for me. And this book, let me share some of the table of contents. Why go plant-based? Shopping list and sample menu. Breakfast, soup, salads and sides. Come on, this is just, what more can a woman ask for? This goes back to, as I said before, who is this wealthy woman? Right? Begin to read and you'll find out. Next. The 5-ingredient healthy, simply delicious dishes for today's cooks. Taste of home. Wow. This looks so good. Okay, in this book, this was originally $15.99. And table of contents, breakfast, wholesome snacks, soups and sandwiches, entrees. I'm so looking forward to seeing what's in here too. Again, all of this came from Goodwill. This was $2. $2. Let's move right along. Next, chakras. Chakras and their archetypes. Uniting energy, awareness, and spiritual growth. I kind of want to learn. This was $16.99. I kind of want to learn a little bit more about this. I'm interested to learn about the chakras more. And meditation. Meditating is becoming significant for me. I remember, I think I was at Spelman. I'm trying to remember. But I contacted this company that climbed the Himalayas. I know I've done some stuff. So I kind of have that on my vision board. But before I do that, I think I need to learn more about meditating practices and things of that nature. It's so important to me. Meditating is part of the healing process. I think we all should be doing it. And this book, $16.99, I'll give you some of the table of contents. It's called Chakras and Their Archetypes. And some of the table of contents, archetypes and the myths we live by, archetypes in the chakras, the root chakra, the victim, the mother, it just goes on and on. Okay, $2 at Goodwill. And by the way, some of these books can be 50% off, the color of the week. So for instance, if this was like, this is orange, or is it yellow? No, this is orange. This would be 50% off. Okay, now my assistants say these are 2 for soft and 3 for hard. Next, meditation. When I saw this book, I was so happy to get this book. I'm telling y'all, because I'm like, oh, I want to learn more about meditation. Now, I know how to meditate. My sister know how to sit and just be still, honey, and pray. So if I can sit and be still and pray, I can meditate. So I really want to dive deep into meditation. This was $18.95. Could you believe that? I'm so excited. I'm a reader. Okay, so I'm just, it has a lot of table of contents. What is meditation? To think or not to think, to have it all, let it all go. Meditation is a great stress buster. Meditation promotes mind, body, fitness. I mean, it just goes on and on. Such a wonderful deal. The Complete Idiot's Guide, Meditation. Meditation 101. And also, like I said, I want to probably go to a center and begin. Now, I thought I got rid of all these fruit flies. I buy a lot of fruit, honey. They just refuse. They love my apartment. They're like, we're going to get a piece of this fruit, honey. We know you're going to eat good, so we're going to be up in there. They just refuse to let me go. But anyway, I want to join like a center and go meditate. Just so love this. Okay. Next, Shortcut to a Miracle. How to change your consciousness and transform your life. This is my kind of book, y'all. Oh, if you apply what this book teaches you, you will find the greatness within you. Deepak Chopra. Yes. Do y'all see this? See, this is how I know it's my time. I've been called. Because getting these books, I feel like it's like a woman getting a Birkin. I just feel so much bliss, so much gratitude, so much happiness, so much fulfillment. This right here brings me so much happiness. It really does. It just, I don't know how else to express it. So this book, let me share some of the table of contents with you all. No table of contents. They refuse to give. Some of these books don't give you no table of contents. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, so the table of contents. Speaking of miracles, the miracle making attitude, the invisible link. Enter you, the thinker. What do you think? How to make miracles. Oh, I'm just so grateful. $2. $2. Next. Now, I may need to share this. I love anything dealing with why do you do what you do. You know, I'm a social worker, of course. I've said this. My undergrad at Spelman was sociology, and I studied human behavior. And my social work degree from Clark Atlanta University, hey Clark, that focuses on health and mental health. And I'm always intrigued why people do what they do. But this book is called The EQ Difference, a powerful plan for putting emotional intelligence to work by Adele B. Lynn. Oh, this was $16, $2. This is going to be amazing. I'm so excited about this as well. This book, I'm going to read some of the table of contents. The connection among behavior, feelings, and performance. The mystery of human behavior, the way we are wired. Emotions. What are they? This is what I'm talking about. If you're talking about becoming wealthy, I don't know how to stress that. Begin to read. What you're seeking is seeking you. What you're seeking is seeking you. Let's move on. Ooh, What the Buddha Taught by Wapola Waula. Now, I apologize if I said the name wrong, so I'm going to spell the name out. Walpola, last name Rahula. Again, the book is called What the Buddha Taught. Oh, this was $12, $2. And I'm going to read some of the table of contents. The Buddha's attitude of mind, the first noble truth, the second noble truth. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So remember I told you I want to get into meditation. And of course I'm a Christian. Yes, I am. But I still want to get into meditation. Okay? There's some people there have a conversation about that. We'll do that another day. Okay? Okay. So this book, A Handbook of Chakra Healing, Spiritual Practice of Health, Harmony, and Inner Peace. I'm going to spell the name because it's very long. Kalashatragovinda. In this book, oh wow, the meaning of chakra work, learning about chakras, the 7 chakras and their meaning, and it just goes on. So looking forward to this. This book was $3. Okay, next, breast. The Owner's Manual, Every Woman's Guide to Reducing Cancer Risk, Making Treatment Choices, and Optimizing Outcomes by Dr. Kirsty Funk. In this book, originally $24.99, $3. $3, ladies and gentlemen. I feel we all should have a good health book for women in the home. And it doesn't have to necessarily be exclusively to breast, just a good book that covers health. You know what I mean? That discuss your organs, your yoni area, all of that good stuff. You get what I'm saying, right? Significant that I invested into this book. $3 at Goodwill. And some of the table of contents. She has breast care ABCs, debunking breast cancer myths, eat this, don't eat that, beyond food, and so much more. Good investment. This is all about wealth. Next. Okay, I was excited about getting this book. It's called Green Housekeeping because I plan on purchasing a townhome. I have videos about preparing for a $2.5 million townhome. I have some videos out there about preparing for a $2.5 million townhome. A $2.5 million townhome. But that doesn't necessarily mean it may be $2.5 million, okay? I just know God put $2.5 million in my heart. But I thought this book, Green Housekeeping, was significant because it's certain things that my townhome must have, and that is like a Zen green room. I'm gonna have plants and flowers all around, a prayer room, a library. So I felt this was significant. This is called Green Housekeeping, the new Bible on detoxing your home from the kitchen to the septic tank. And I just thought this was a very good investment. This book, some of the table of contents, I will share with you all. You have a place for everything. If you can't find it, you might as well not own it. Home maintenance protocol, labeling tools, junk drawers, and miscellaneous storage, photos, sorting papers, just all kind of sorts of things. So I thought this would be such a good investment, especially since I'm in a process over the next year or two, you know, soon in near future, purchasing a townhome. Well, my assistant, she'll get that. It's good to have an assistant, ladies. It's good to have an assistant. Here's another one, the 3 Pillars of Zen. If you notice, everything I track is almost the same. So what's important to me right now is inner peace. Oh my goodness. Peace, peace, peace. Eating healthy, working out, journaling. All of this is so significant to me. Give it back. Oh my goodness. So I noticed this is what it is. The 3 Pillars of Zen by Philip Kalaplu. Philip, his last name is Kapleau. Okay. And this book was $14, only $2. And some of his table of contents is theory and practice, precaution, the 5 varieties. Oh, and it goes on. Oh wow, it's a lot. Aspiration, the ladders, experiences, good investment. This is what I'm talking about. Now, I know you're probably asking, do I purchase novels? I don't purchase novels. Typically, when I purchase books, it's going to be personal development. Books about love, healing, breakthrough, business, books like that. I'm more of a student, whatever. I love to learn. I'm like a sponge. You can't never stop learning. So learning is significant for me. Good cookbooks. And speaking of that, look what I found. Oprah. I have Oprah book. Yes, she's so beautiful on here. Hey Oprah, I love you Oprah. Look at Oprah's book, Food, Health, and Happiness. 115 on-point recipes for great meals and a better life. Oprah Winfrey. Oh, you know I'm about to cook something Oprah has in her book. Okay, so this book was $19.49, and oh, this is so cute. I wonder if she do this in Hawaii, because I know she resides sometimes in Hawaii. Oh, I love her. I love the printing. She has soup is love. What are you really hungry for? The faith of a mustard seed. Oh, I just love this. A world of possibilities. A healthy indulgence. Oprah. I'm just, you know, I gotta pick something. So of course I'm gonna pick something out of her book and cook it, and that'll be a vlog. Oprah book. When I saw this, I was like, Oprah. Oh my goodness, I got Oprah book. $3. Okay. Next, look who else I got. Jane Fonda. Y'all know Jane Fonda. Y'all know workout Jane. Cute, fine little Jane Fonda. I have her book, Cooking for a Healthy Living. So I'm excited for her book as well. And her book was $29 and I got it for $3. Okay. And this book, table of contents. Let me see. Look at Jane Fonda. Okay, she has in here healthy living, breakfast, lunch, dinner, completing. Oh yes. So I'm gonna pick something from her book as well, and I'm gonna cook something. And speaking of books, I ordered Tia Mowry cookbook. So I got a couple of nice creative cooking vlogs coming. I have Tia Mowry. Y'all know Tia, the twins. I'm so excited about that. I'm gonna do an unboxing. We're gonna pick something and cook something from her book as well. But I gotta do Oprah first, okay? We're gonna do Oprah first. All right. Then I have Wok Cuisine. Now, what made me get this book right here? This book is $3 as well. Is because I just recently purchased a wok. That's right. My sister's like, yeah. And so I said, what I plan on doing is picking something out of this and using my wok. I think that would be pretty good. This is an oldie. This is an oldie. And I said, okay, you can't go wrong. I'm gonna find something good and we're gonna cook. Okay? This is an oldie now. Y'all ready? I see my assistant went back in and reorganized these for me. Thank you. That was very kind of her. Y'all, look who I got. Patti LaBelle. Oh, I got Patti LaBelle also. I was excited, honey, to see Oprah, Patti LaBelle, Jane Fonda cookbook. Okay, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing in the kitchen. So Patti LaBelle book. It's called Patti LaBelle Light Cuisine. It was originally $26. I got it for $3. And oh, she got some good stuff in here too. This was somebody's book because it has Patti LaBelle on here.
Oh yeah.
This actually has Patti LaBelle. It has to somebody. I'm not gonna say that person's name, and then it has Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle signed this book.
Wow.
Huh? How about that? It has Patti LaBelle's signature. I'm not gonna say the person's name up here, but I'm gonna say Patti LaBelle. Wow. Because you know when I see the go through them, I just get them and keep going because I'm like, what is Patti LaBelle book? Patti LaBelle signed this book. Y'all know this is Patti LaBelle. You signed this book. Okay. Patti LaBelle. Y'all know I'm very humble. So I'm grateful. But she has in here, oh, she got stunning, delicious salads and soups. She has a lot in here too, as well as Oprah. So I'm gonna pick something. Yep, that's her signature. Cause look at the book.
Oh yeah.
That's her. That is really her signature. How? This is Patti LaBelle's signature, y'all. This is real. This is ink. This is like a. Yeah, cause it's coming through here. Look.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow. When was this published? Patti. Okay. Patti, you signed a book for somebody. Well, I'm blessed. Thank you. I mean, wow. Patti. I got your book, honey. See, this is what I'm saying. Getting things with meaning and value. This is sentimental to me. This is so beautiful. I just discovered Patti LaBelle signed this book for somebody else, but I have it. And I'm going to take good care of it. And matter of fact, I'm going to make sure I definitely cook something out. I pick something and we cook it, okay? We all cook it. Oh, wow. Oh, this is beautiful. And I got to be honest with you all. A lot of times I don't look inside the book. I may look at the table of contents, but if it's somebody obvious like Patti LaBelle, I don't need to look at the table of contents. I know she's going to bring, honey. She's going to bring it. All right? Oh, I'm so excited. I got to call my aunt. Okay? Then I have another one. Now, my assistant, honey, she went across Goodwill because I had told her. She came up on me and she said, you don't want this. Originally, I put this book in my buggy and then I put it back. So I said, I think I got that book. And then I said, can you go take this book? Because take it back. I don't want to have something, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to get it to bless somebody. Somebody else need to get blessed. So I told my sister to take it back. And she looked at it. She was like, why am I taking this book back? You know you love this person. I'm not taking this book back. And I said, I have it. She was like, are you sure? So my spirit became restless. I said, oh my goodness. She went and took the book. When she got back, I said, can you go back and get the book? Because she made me feel so restless. But honey, Maya Angelou. Do y'all not see this? A song flown up to heaven. I know, author of I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Y'all want to know what wealthy women do? This is what they doing on their downtime. They reading and getting books with substance. A whole lot of history. This is value. This is what I'm talking about, meaning. It just feel good to have it in your hand. You know what I'm saying? It just, y'all better marinate on what I'm saying. This is what wealthy women do. This book was originally $23.95. I got it for $3 at Goodwill. And I'm going to thank my assistant because after I looked in my on my computer, because I have close to probably 1,000 books now.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
Yeah.
Close to 1,000. Because I'm yeah, thank you. Because I'm building a library. I'm getting ready for my townhouse, y'all. My townhouse got to have some stuff in it. Gotta have a library. And online, they're reporting if you have 1,000 books, you have a library. So I'm not just getting these books just to collect. Now, there's a lot of stuff I can collect, but I'm getting these books because they have meaning, and I plan on just diving in them. Woo! Maya, honey, Maya. Her beautiful soul, rest in peace. Maya Angelou. Okay, so the next book is two. I was skeptical to get these two books because I said, are they real? Did they get permission? Because the person is very powerful and they're an icon, they're married to an icon. And I said to myself, is this real? I was like, I don't know if this book is real. I don't know. And my assistant, you know, she's a singer and a songwriter. You know, she's into music. So she was like, I got you. Let me find out. So she did her beautiful little research, her little thing. She said, it's legit. It's real. And she was like, I believe this is something that he likes to get into. And I said, are you sure? So disclaimer. Now, I'm just going to let y'all see it for yourself. Are you ready? I said, I want to. Okay, so let me show y'all what it is. It's Jay-Z. I said, this is so nice. I was not aware that Jay-Z was into comic. Is it? He's into comic work?
Comic books.
Comic books, okay? And so I said, all right then. And so, it's called Hip Hop Icon Jay-Z by Jessica Gunderson and illustrated by Pat Kinsella. And I said, this is a good investment. Wow. And it's a signature up here. But I don't know what that means. But it's a signature. And it has sold out table of contents, A Hard Knock Life, Going Go, Hip Hop Mogul. And I said, oh, okay, this is something, this is a good piece to hold on to. Because we all have a lot of love and respect for the Carters, and that would include Beyonce, the whole team, the children. We absolutely love what they do, what they stand for in terms of their artistry work. So I said this is something to keep, and like I said, it's a signature here, but I don't, you know, Jay-Z is very creative. I don't know if he signed this, like I didn't know Patti LaBelle signed her book, but this is a hip-hop icon Jay-Z comic book. And not only, and I found this in a very kind of strange way inside of Goodwill. It was like in the corner, kind of like hid a little bit. And then not only I have one, I have two. So I said, and they signed this one as well. So I don't know, maybe some guys will understand what this means in terms of what the signature is, but yeah, two Jay-Z books, two Jay-Z comic books, and if you go Google it, you'll find them. Okay, to Jay-Z. Hey Carters. Next, Andy Cohen Diaries. His book is $26, $3, and I said I want to learn about Andy Cohen. You know, he's pretty popular. You know, he's popular with the women. You know what I mean? He get them out there. He get them working, and they reach those goals they have in mind. So he's a very interesting type of man, and I said I would like to read his book. There's a picture with his dog. Andy, everybody knows Andy Cohen. I mean, he's very popular. So, and of course, Sarah Jessica Parker, Jimmy Fallon, John Avery, Anderson Cooper, Surfing Percy. They've read it. because they gave their review on it. So, Andy Cohen, I look forward to reading his book. Okay, next. Now, what I'm about to show you all. Okay, this is so exciting. I'm having such a good time. Okay, so the next book, I want to talk about it. This book, brand, is so loved by men. It's one of the brands, and I'm going to say women love it too, but when I think of this brand, I think of men, like distinguished, wealthy men. What made me get this book is because it has a lot to do with the history. So I wanted to learn why everybody loves this brand the way they do. Like, they absolutely love this brand. Now, one of the reasons why I never looked at the brand, because I always thought it was for men. I always thought a man would have this particular item. I don't want to give it away what it is. But when I saw the book and I saw the title, and then I looked inside of it, because I looked inside of it. Now this book, I looked inside of it. I said, I'm going to get this book because I want to learn the history. And remember, you attract who you are, not what you want. And I said, okay, this is one for the keep. This is a keeper. And I don't know what the future may bring. I just felt in my heart to get it. It was $3, but the book should be valued so much. It's so much more. I don't know much about the brand, but I will learn about the brand. And it was kind of odd that I came across this piece, this masterpiece. And what I am talking about is Rolls Royce. I said to myself, this is Rolls Royce. Now, I always thought, and I may be wrong, the Bentley was more feminine. And I gotta tell you, I don't know much about, you know, Bentleys or Rolls Royces, but I will assume to me a Bentley was more feminine. And maybe because, like I said, I hadn't been educated, I quite don't know. But now, since I came across this luxurious book, I said, why not? Rolls Royce, the living legend, the tale of a grandeur, reflected from ageless technical excellence, limited edition. So whomever had this book, I will assume they had a few of Rolls Royces. And maybe they were cleaning up, downsizing, who knows. But I was able to come across this lovely book that was copyrighted back in 1951. This book, like I said, is a limited edition. I'm impressed. Yes, I am. And I think after I actually read this book, I may just go by Rolls Royce, just to go there and just to see, because I've never had the privilege to actually ride in one. I see them. The area my headquarters is located, you do see Rolls Royces. You know, I'm in a very affluent area, so I do see them. I just never like pay attention to them like that. I just don't. But since I saw this book, I said, I think this would be a time for me to educate myself. I think I need to do that. And I said, after I finish, you know, I don't want to just go to Rolls Royce and waste someone's time just to look at it. I want to learn the history first. So this says copyrighted 1951, 1953, 1958, 1962. Some of the contents: the British Rose, the American Rose. Wow. I just think this is, and it has some amazing things in here. And I said, okay, why not just read it just to see? And I said, what kind of man or woman had this? I feel for this to be a limited edition, they had to be very distinguished, an older gentleman or woman, and apparently they had taste. So that's all I can say about Rolls Royce. I know they're highly loved and highly wanted. And it's considered excellence, you know what I mean, when it comes to car craftsmanship and all of that. I know a little bit about Bentley. But I said, let me read it, because this is something to just be to have culture, just to know, you know what I mean, why this brand is so loved. And then I said, after I finish reading it, maybe I'll do like a trip over there just to walk through. I probably wouldn't test drive one, because I don't think you can test drive a Rolls Royce or a Bentley because of the price point. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're like $300,000-$400,000, and I don't think they just want random people coming in just test driving their vehicles. They may have one in the showcase for you to just look at it. So I said, let me read this first, and then maybe I'll vlog it, go and just walk through there and just talk to one of the salesmen and just get educated a little bit more from a modern perspective. But I said, okay, let me get this, because again, educating myself on how wealthy women live. So I'm pretty sure this is something a wealthy woman would have. She may have gotten something like this as a gift. You know, her and her husband may have 2 or 3 Rolls Royces, who knows. Now, I'm more on the quiet side, so I'm pretty sure if I had a Rolls Royce, I don't even know which one I would get. You know, I don't know. I just know, I'm pretty sure if it's a wealthy woman, her husband may have a Rolls Royce. That's just like me. You know, if I was married, my husband have a Rolls Royce, but I have a Tesla. I know I just messed up the whole vision. I get it, you know. And then I probably, if I had the opportunity to drive his vehicle, it'd be rare, because I'll be so concerned about who followed me. I'm at the light, who looking at me. See, that's what I'm saying. So the likelihood of me just getting his keys and driving his car, he probably would love it, because I probably would rarely get it. But then they may have a Rolls Royce that's a little bit more discreet, where I just don't know. That's why I say, let me be educated. I think this is more fun for me. Other books, more educational, you know what I mean? You know, so Rolls Royce $3, but I'm pretty sure this book is valued so much money. Okay? All right, and I'll give you all an update on the Rolls Royce experience, you know, once I get ready to do it. Next, another Maya Angelou book. Yes, another one. Another Maya in the house, Maya. Another Maya Angelou book. Life Doesn't Frighten Me. But guess what? The painting is by Basquiat. I heard about Basquiat from Jay-Z. So he's the one that's been talking about Basquiat. So speaking of that, I actually purchased Basquiat book, one of his books from Barnes & Nobles. That was a purchase from a higher price point. That was in Barnes & Nobles. I did not get that at Goodwill. But I said, well, a brother's supporting him, I'm going to support him. So I use it. It's more decor. I haven't opened it up. It's still in the plastic. Recall? It's very Frenchy. Basquiat. I do know Basquiat. And I learned Basquiat because Jay-Z, everybody knows Jay-Z, he talked about Basquiat. And yeah, so I purchased that book when I was at Barnes & Nobles. But the painting for this is done by Basquiat. Life Doesn't Frighten Me, Maya Angelou. Oh wow, all his paintings are in here. This is really good. I'm at a point in my life, like, I'm really loving the person that I'm becoming. Who would ever thunk it some years ago? I was walking around here trying to figure out how to grow my small business, which is still small to this day. Okay, but I am really blessed to be where I am. I'm learning, you know, still learning, still making mistakes, still loving life. But I'm just happy. I'm happy I'm making this investment, because these are things that are assets for me. And reading is essential, you know what I mean? Like I said, we don't talk about reading like we should, but I'm happy. Okay, next. I am absolutely in love with antique. Anything antique, honey, sign me up. And speaking of that, I had said once, because I did a haul recently with Goodwill, probably, I did a crystal haul, an antique haul, I don't know, about 2-3 months ago, and I had left off an item to show you all. But I happen to, and I need to say this, I did not get all these books in one setting at one store, okay? You all need to understand that. I may have gone to Goodwill and got one bag and then went and it was fruit fly. And the books just been sitting here. So I may do this once a month because like I said, I frequent Goodwill. And I look for rugs, I look for paintings, I look for antiques, anything beautiful, anything regal, historical, and anything that's gonna take me back down memory lane with some meaning, some value, some substance. So I came across the Antique Clinic. I came across the Antique Clinic, a guide to damage, care, and restoration. And I said, okay, I had forgot to open up an antique that I had purchased from Goodwill. So matter of fact, let me go get it because my assistant, I forgot to give it to her. So I'll be right back. So this is perfect timing. This is perfect timing because I didn't know I was going to find this book. Okay, I had already made this purchase like a few months back, and I did like look what I found at Goodwill, and I totally left this off. So, and then recently I found this book, and I said, oh, okay, this would be the perfect time to show you the beautiful piece that I found. But this book focuses on antiques, and I feel like it's important to have something like this for me because, like I said, I'm so in love with paintings, rugs, china, crystal, excuse me, anything with meaning to it. And I felt this book was originally $30. This book was $30 and I got it for $3. And they have some amazing things in here. And like I plan on doing a trip to Christie's. I had signed up for Christie's because I would just like to go just for the experience, but you never know. So looking forward to doing that, Christie's. So I want to educate myself. You know, when you want to buy things, you need to know what you're buying. So I felt it was my responsibility and duty to get this book right here. I said this is an asset, so this is something for me to have. And let's look at some of the table of contents. They have in here general health, furniture, ceramic and glass, silverware and jewelry, textiles, clocks. Oh, that's a good one because I want a grandfather clock, and precision, toys and dolls. I mean, you name it. So this is probably going to be very educational for me. So as I continue to do more thrifting, antique finding, and really get further along into investing into a beautiful townhome, this will be an asset. So since we're talking about antiques, the Antique Clinic book, let me show you what I got from Goodwill a couple of months back. And I totally forgot. And of course, what I do sometimes when I get home, I disinfect stuff, but depending on what it is, or I just look to make sure it didn't break. So Goodwill, actually, they put people to work. They had this wrapped really good, so she did not wrap this like this. I took it out just to look at it, make sure nothing chipped. And this is what I found. Are you all ready? I said, oh, this is so me. Okay, it's an egg. Do you all see how beautiful? My assistant will clean this up. I'm not just throwing it on the floor. I'm a lady. Do you all see? This was only $2.09. Let me bring it up closer so you all can see the detailing of this egg. It's so beautiful. And it's going to look so good on my shelf because I have the crystal. I have a gold angel clock. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. So let me show you all up close what it looks like. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that beautiful? It's like an egg. The legs, no chips or anything. How beautiful this is. So I said this was the perfect time to show this, and I can imagine how if this, because it doesn't have a name up here. This is probably like a replica. You know, I can imagine how much one of these costs. That's pure gold. Like, I think they can go thousands, 20, 30, 40 or more. This is beautiful. So I kind of want to get into things like this. This is just so me, like faces. Just beautiful. So yeah, this is perfect timing. Since I got a book on Antique Clinic, I felt this was perfect timing. So I put this up here next to my ginger. Just beautiful, just beautiful, just beautiful. I'm so grateful. Okay, and next, all of this at Goodwill. Remember color. Sometimes the stickers come off. This is an Oriental rug book. I'm so glad I found this book as well, because I see rugs all the time. I know I had purchased one rug, and a man was educating me, and he was explaining the process, how they make the rugs. Because I have rugs all throughout, honey. Yes, I do. And he was just taking his time trying to explain to me, this is how you can authenticate it. This is the process. And I said, I need to get me a book. And he said, I highly recommend it. But this book is called Oriental Rugs, The Collector's Guide to Selecting, Identifying, and Enjoying New and Antique Oriental Rugs by George O'Bannon. And I felt, oh, this will be good for me to just probably learn. They probably have like the basics in here. You know, about rugs. I absolutely am so excited about this book, just to give me heads up on, you know, just looking for certain things, how rugs should be taken care of, because I plan on putting rugs in my place. I want my townhome to have all wood, and I want rugs throughout my place. Oh, so regal, so regal. So this is a good investment. Come across the rug, read your book, you know you're educating yourself. Okay, next. Okay, now what I'm about to show you all, when you become wealthy, and not necessarily wealthy, it's about the black card. People talk about the black card, the gold, the silver, it's just so many. And I said, okay, where my headquarters is located, they used to be right next door. And I said, I used to say to myself, okay, I'm going to go in there one day. I'm going there. And I never went, and now they're gone. They probably relocated somewhere else. But I said to myself, this is a book to have, because this is the direction I'm going. I want to be able to travel this world and give back. It's so significant. I don't want to just be exclusive to Georgia. I love Georgia soil, but I want to get out. I want to go to different countries and give back. It's so significant for me. But when I saw this book, I was just so blown away. I said, oh, okay, you left, but a part of you is still here. And this is what I I purchased at Goodwill. $3. Hardback books are $3, and softback is $2. Becoming American Express. I said, yes, I want to get me an American Express. Okay, just think about it. You traveling, you out there. Wealth, that's what I'm saying. Appreciating the little things. That's why I said, okay, history. Everything is about history. And this book is definitely history. I said, I cannot wait to get my fingers on these pages and my eyes stuck on the words. I said, I'm so looking forward to reading this. These are the things that, you know, we want to become a part of, but what is it? You know, because we may see somebody, that goes back to what I was saying earlier, what influenced you. You know what I mean? Do you really know what you're investing your time, money, and energy into? So I felt this, this is it right here. This is it. And I'm so excited to get into this, because I always wanted American Express. I said, hey, let me learn about it. You know what I mean? American Express. This is one for the keep. 150 years of reinvention and customer service. American Express. Okay. All right, we're almost done. We have 2 more bags. All right. Next. Oh, that's right. The Opera 101. I purchased this book because I said I want to go to more operas. I've been to like 1 or 2. And I said, going to the opera, It's called A Complete Guide to Learning and Loving Opera. There's this lady I follow online, and she goes to the opera. I believe she's been to the one in Switzerland. That's where she actually lives. Switzerland, London, Paris. It's beautiful. When I say it's just the experience alone, I want to, but I said to myself, okay, Opera 101, because it's rules when you go to opera. You know, you just can't do any and everything. So I said, this is a book to educate myself on. And I think it'll be pretty interesting. A complete guide to learning and loving the opera. And then here in Atlanta, we have the opera. So I said this would be a good investment as well. And forwarded by Fred Plotkin. Table of contents. 400 years of opera, becoming an opera. I'm going to the opera. Yes, that's why I said opera. Wealthy. Opera. And not everybody goes to the opera. You know what I mean? I'm interested in going to the opera. I want to fly out of town and go to the opera. Paris, London, Rome, Switzerland. This is what I want to do. So you begin to learn these things, and I know it'd be difficult for me to just pick up the phone and, like the lady I was telling you, she's from Sweden, from Switzerland. It would be difficult for me to just pick up the phone and be like, hey, you got some tips about the opera? Why not get a book on it and begin to read? And what makes it so beautiful? $2. All right. Next, now this book, I said to myself, should I get this book? Because I'm located in a city where the industry, like the streets would say, lit. Okay, we all know this is Tyler Perry City. It's Tyler Perry City. I don't care what nobody say. This is Tyler Perry City, okay? Now, this book is called Successful Television Writing. And at first I was like, it's by Lee Goldberg and William Rapkin. I said to myself, now I know I'm a writer. I plan on writing some things. I'm not going to tell you all what I'm doing. But I do have a television show concept or a movie concept. And I said, before I pitch it, before I do any of that, you know, let me write it first, copyright it, do all of that, and then write some books on it. Let me do all of that first. And we'll see from there, okay? Because I've always had this concept. It's going to be very controversial and very good. Very, very juicy, controversy, and good. But that's fun for me. The kind of writing that I want to do right now is a little different. But I said I'll get this because if I decide to do it, at least, you know, I got some education on it. You get what I mean? So this was a good investment. But I'm writing right now, but it's something different. You know what I mean? But in terms of that movie and or show concept, yeah, there's no rush. It ain't no rush. But this book was $24, $2. Again, at Goodwill. And some of the titles are Basic Preparation, what is a TV series, the 4-act structure, telling a TV story, the spec script. This is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? For writers, you say you want to write, come on. You got to keep yourself in school. People think once you get a degree, learning stops. No. No. Learning is a continuous thing. It's constant. You're learning every day. Even when somebody tells you something you never heard, you just learned something. So I just felt successful television writing was something that I should get. You never know what the future may bring. That's a keeper. Okay. These books are gifts. My assistant put all this together. This book is called $1 Billion Lessons by Paul B. Carroll and Chucka Mew. Advanced uncorrected proofs not for sale. What you can learn from the most business failures of the last 25 years. I thought this was good for me to get. Like I said, $25. I paid $2 for it. And some of table of contents, illusion of synergy, faulty financial engineering, deflated roll-up stain, the misguided course, misjudged. This is what I'm talking about. You want to learn from people? You don't have to wait. You can start as ASAP. You do not have to wait. You do not have to wait. Start reading. Start reading. Now, this book, I saved the best for last. This book is very sentimental for all of us. For women of color, men of color, minorities, even our abolitionists, modern day. I feel this book, when I saw it, I was like, I gotta get this book. Are you serious? Now, once upon a time, you used to see this series on television a lot. For some reason, I don't see it as much. I don't know if it's because I'm not watching TV. You know what I mean? I watch, like, I'm gonna keep it real. Lately, I just been doing BET Plus, and I'm happy with BET Plus. BET Plus give me my top 2 shows, and that is the Pains or the Browns. It remind me of good times. I can watch the Pains or the Browns all day, every day, and feel like I'm watching it for the first time. It's family, it's fun. They hit really good topics. Pains or the Browns, you can't go wrong. One is assisted living. I'm just keeping it real. Okay, then my next show would be Ruthless. I love Ruthless. Ruthless is on BET Plus as well. Love that because I'm a social worker. So I look at it from a social worker perspective. Intense, mystery, intriguing, chaotic. You get all the emotions, honey, in it. Suspense. Ruthless. Good. Next will be Bro. Now, I would prefer to watch Bro over Sister, and let me explain why for the ladies counseling. So sit down. One of the reasons why I like Bro over Sisters is because the brothers never have a narrative. We never really get to hear their perspective. So that's one of the reasons why I really, really love Bro. Okay? We don't have shows about Bro. You know, you got a doctor, you have the architect, you have the business owner, the attorney. They're going through dating phases, all kind of different challenges and issues in a relationship. So women, y'all want to know what it's like, go watch Bro. You can learn a lot. And then, of course, Loving Sisters and Zatima, which started like a year ago. So, and then BET Plus also have a lot of hit shows on there. Okay? They doing it. BET Plus is representing. Love me some BET Plus. But back to this book. Now, this book is sentimental. It has history for our culture. So much emotion. Breakthroughs, ups and downs, pains. Come on. Are y'all ready? Okay. This book. Are y'all ready? Okay. This is the last book. I know this was a lot, but it's worth it. We're talking about wealthy women, right? We want to be wealthy and start. Do you all know Roots of an American Family? The Saga of an American Family. Alex Haley. When I saw this, I said, I gotta get this book. It's no different when I found Maya Angelou, Medea's book, Oprah Winfrey, Cicely Tyson. This is what it's all about. Now I understand we want to be wealthy, but we want to know our history as well. This, I said, You all see this? Roots. Roots. It used to come on TV a lot. But like I said, it can still be coming on. It's just I haven't seen it, you know. And it goes back to me just being spoiled, watching one channel and being happy with it. And if I need to know the news, you Google it. Okay? So, and then I'm on YouTube. You know, they're going to spread, honey. The street committee going to tell you before it even hit. I just feel like this book right here, this was a good find. It has so much value, so much history, so much meaning. And to be able to have a book like this in your home, you're doing something for yourself. Alex Haley. So looking forward to, this is definitely a keeper. Nice picture on the back. Yes. And my assistant said, she was like, on Amazon, that costs a lot of money. I said, it does. I said, this ain't about money right here. This stopped after $1 billion lessons, okay? This is more like, come on, y'all. Come on. This is a whole different level right here. It really is. And if you haven't seen the series, please, you got to see the series and buy the book. If you haven't seen the series, come on. You got to see the series. You may have to Google what time it comes on, what channel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm blessed to be able to have this book in my possession. And I got it from Goodwill. And I got it for $3. So this is my updated book collection from Goodwill. I have close to 1,000 books. I can honestly say that. Have I read them all? No. Have I read a lot of them? Absolutely. And I'm always reading. I want to get to a point in my life where I'm just writing and reading and traveling and doing philanthropic work and just going to the spa, honey. That's all. Spa, philanthropic work, reading, meditating. That's the direction my life is headed. And I'm actually so grateful for that. I really am. I'm just so blessed to know that that's what my heart, my soul, my spirit is seeking, because it's definitely finding me. And I'm finding it in the odd places. You get what I'm saying? Places where people will least expect. I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful for the little things, and I'm grateful to be able to take time and go on Goodwill. Like I said, it's therapeutic for me, and find treasures like Roots. Alex Haley. My. This video has been amazing. And speaking of books, you all know my bubble bath will be returning. I talked about it. I said Tyler Perry's book, Medea, will be the last book I do in terms of the bubble bath. Any book moving forward will not be part of that, because eventually I plan on doing more for the bubble bath. So reviewing a book, bubble bath and cooking is just too much. I'm going to finish up his book. Actually, I know I have more than 2 videos. I'm only at 150. I'm on 150 page or something like that. It's a lot more content. I underestimated, yes I did. So that should be returning very soon. So I may have 3 videos left, something like that. I thought it was 2, but it may be 3 because I kind of looked at it. So I definitely will be finishing up his book. And any book from that point on, it would be totally separate from my bubble baths. So that way I can really give a little bit more. However, I won't review the entire book. I think that's plagiarism, and I also think it's disrespectful. So I give some golden nuggets, kind of give my perspective, and that's it. You know, we're going to keep it very simple, professional, and educated, okay? Anyway, I truly have enjoyed this. Hopefully, this kind of gives you some sense of understanding about the wealthy woman. She is around you. She is around you. Don't think you have to wait to an event. Don't think you have to go out and look for her at a restaurant. Don't think you have to necessarily go find her at the church or find her at the hair salon. She is there. And sometimes she comes in the form of a book. You know what I mean? So you don't have to wait. Now, I'm not saying don't go look for what your heart desires. I'm just saying you don't have to wait. You can begin the process today. And go check out Goodwill. They have some amazing things. Amazing things. And if you're going to get a book, read it. Don't get it for decoration. You know what I mean? Now, you get your table book for decoration. But if you're going to go to Goodwill and drive you know what I mean, and support the cause of goodwill, read it. You know what I mean? You'll be surprised what you may learn. And like I said before, what you've been seeking, darlings, it has definitely been seeking you. My name is Makeba Williams. I'm a vlogger out of Atlanta. Vlogger out of Atlanta. I would love for you to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, would love for you to continue on this journey with me. I'm so excited about it. Until the next time, make sure you take some time and pick up a book and begin to become that wealthy woman your heart so desires.